Yes, thank you very much, Speaker. I also would like to recognize those persons suffering with idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, looking for a cure in Esperit, which is the immediate drug that they're requiring. And my constituent, Laurie Fowler, as well as Robert Davidson, who's the president of the CPFF, Canadian Pulmonary Fibrosis Foundation. Welcome to Queen's Park, and I hope the ministry is listening.
Member statements. The member from Oakville.
Thank you, Speaker. It's a pleasure to rise today and inform the House that September is Idiopathic Pulmonary Fibrosis Awareness Month in Canada, something we should all pay a little bit of attention to, I think. It's established to increase awareness and the understanding of this very rare disease. This important day and month is a reminder to all Ontarians of this debilitating and ultimately fatal disease with no known cure. It is estimated that up to 30,000 people in Canada are currently diagnosed with pulmonary fibrosis. Of those, between 5,000 and 10,000 suffer from IPF. Today, unfortunately, approximately 5,000 Canadians die each year from this deadly disease. It's a progressive and it's a life-limiting disease, and it's characterized by scarring in the lungs that hinders the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the body. It makes it extremely difficult for patients to breathe. Robert Davidson is a double lung transplant recipient who founded the Canadian Pulmonary Fibrosis Foundation. Today, Mr. Davidson is leading a delegation of patients suffering with IPF at Queen's Park to educate us all about IPF. It was a pleasure to sit down with Robert Carew from my riding of Oakville to learn more about IPF last year. So today, Speaker, I'd like to draw your attention to this month. I'd also like to welcome Robert Davidson, Robert Carew, Michael Jarvis again, Ron and Jean Lilly, and all members of CPFF delegation to Queen's Park today, Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Member statements. The member from Nipissing. Thank you. Member statements. The member from Whitby, Oshawa.
Very much, Mr. Speaker. On behalf of the Ontario PC Caucus, I would like to recognize Idiopathic Pulmonary Fibrosis Day at Queen's Park. Today, there are an estimated 2,700 people in Ontario living with IPF and roughly 9,000 people in Canada. This disease is more common in men than women and is usually diagnosed between the ages of 40 to 80 years. Currently, there is no cure for IPF. This rare disease causes scarring of the lungs, making it increasingly difficult to breathe. Patients experience increased shortness of breath and reduced physical functioning, with a median survival rate of 2 to 5 years. Today, we welcome Robert Davidson, the president of the Canadian Pulmonary Fibrosis Foundation. Robert is joined by other patients currently living with IPF, and I'd like to welcome Michael Jarvis, Henry Lowy, Larkel Bradley, Ron Lilly, Connie and Hugh Detzler, Laurie Fowler, and Roger Chandler, and their families. The Canadian Pulmonary Fibrosis Foundation will be hosting a reception at 5:30 today at the dining room, and I certainly encourage all members to attend and learn more about IPF and the means of dealing with it through medications. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. I thank all members for their statements.